What's up guys, welcome to a Destiny 2 video, and today we'll be going over the top 10 Season 1 PvP weapons that you should keep for the Crucible. Now, Curse of Osiris comes out today, and I understand I'm probably doing this video just a little bit late, but I want to get it out to you guys just so when you jump into Curse of Osiris, you know what guns to keep and which ones to dismantle and all that good jazz. So, let's just get into it. So first up, I'm excluding exotics because we all know the Mida and the Vigilant Swing and others perform fairly well in the Crucible, and you can get them easier than some of the legendary weapons that are listed. And like, if people are going to use exotics, like, there's only a select few that people actually want to use, like Mida and stuff like that when it comes to, I guess, like, PvP gameplay. So I'm also excluding meta weapons. So we already know Antiope D, Uriel's Gift, Last Hope, Origin Story, Prosecutor, and a few other legendary weapons are great in PvP, so you already know those ones are great. Like, we already know those. We're just going to be kind of going over other weapons that are within those archetypes that you should definitely keep around. I'm also excluding power weapons because most power weapons perform well in the Crucible, and I feel like once you find your favorite power weapon, that's what you're going to use constantly, whether it's a rocket, sword, or fusion. From what I see, constantly is everybody's using rockets. I personally don't use rockets. I usually end up using swords or fusions. That's just me. I like trying to make big plays. Like, I guess that's just me when it comes to that. First weapon on the list is the Adjudicator. This is the Trials Kinetic SMG. I personally don't have this weapon, but I hear and see a lot of great things about this weapon. It's within the 600 rate of fire archetypes, which is the same as the Antiope D SMG, which is the best SMG in the game. This archetype of SMG seems to perform the best out of the other SMGs when it comes to, I guess, hitting crits, range, I guess some other stats when it comes to that as well. It seems that this SMG is extremely consistent with great recoil, and if you have it, I recommend keeping it. Considering I use Antiope D, if I had this weapon, I feel like I would probably use it just like I would the Antiope D. Like, they probably perform fairly the same. Second weapon I want to go over is the Nameless Midnight. In my opinion, this is the most, like, consistent 180 rate of fire scout rifles, especially for the kinetic slot. Explosive rounds take away some headshot damage, but allows for that AoE damage to multiple targets. Overall, I think this is one of the best kinetic scouts right now, right next to the Mida. Whenever I'm not using the Mida as, like, the kinetic, like, scout rifle slot, I'm always using the Nameless Midnight. It just feels crispy when it comes to hitting those headshots. Plus, I just feel like I can drop people really fast, especially if you're hitting headshots and with those explosive rounds doing that AoE damage. Plus you get a little bit of flinch with those explosive rounds, so that's really fun. The third weapon is the Time-Worn Spire. This is the Iron Banner Pulse Rifle. This is one of the fastest firing pulses in the game and has the highest kill time to kill out of all the other pulse rifles. Zen Moment is the perk that makes this pulse better than the other pulses. It allows for max stability after a few shots on some enemies, which makes this weapon very consistent. If you miss using pulses like you did in Destiny 1, because I know I use Hawksaw all the time in Destiny 1, and want to have some weapon diversity, definitely pull this one out. It does feel really, really good when it comes to taking down people. You just got to make sure you might need a kinetic, stability mod or something like that, but still this weapon is very, very good when it comes to PvP gameplay. The fourth weapon I'm going to go over is the Forward Path. This is the Iron Banner Auto Rifle. This weapon is within the same archetype as the Scavelock and other autos, and most content creators believe this archetype will be receiving a buff in Curse of Osiris Season 2, which would be really awesome. It sucks because these weapons have the slowest kill time as of right now, but it includes Tap the Trigger, which is one of the best PvP perks to have on a weapon, and is one of the best, and it's probably one of the best autos within that archetype. Scavelock is probably a good one just because of high counter rounds, but the Forward Path I feel like is going to perform very, very well, especially if these archetypes of auto rifles receive a buff in Curse of Osiris. Number 5 I want to go over is Better Devils. This is the Crucible hand cannon. This is the hand cannon from the Destiny 2 beta, and it has performed fairly well since launch. I know hand cannons aren't the best weapons to use right now in the Crucible, but this one performs fairly well on PC and a little bit on console. It also comes with explosive rounds, which has, I don't think the explosive rounds themselves have a range limit. It's just the initial shot that has reduced damage because like, you don't want to be hitting crits with a hand cannon from halfway across the map, you know. Plus you can damage multiple enemies. This hand cannon, I don't know, it just feels crispy compared to other hand cannons, you know. It's within the best archetype. It's between the highest and the lowest rate of fire archetype, so this one feels pretty good. The sixth weapon I'm going to go over is the Number. This is the Future Roll Auto Rifle. This weapon is essentially Uriel's Gift, except it doesn't come with high count rounds or Tap the Trigger. Instead, it does come with ricochet rounds, which increase the range of stability, and high impact reserves, which does damage like as your mag is, like, does more damage as your mag is lower, which is just as good, personally, in my opinion, especially when it comes to improving the range and stability and doing max DPS to enemies. I feel like high impact reserves are great when you're at the end of your mag and in a pinch. If you don't have Uriels, it's the next to best option. Like, this archetype of auto rifle is already great. This is like Uriel's gift, origin story, and there's another Omelon auto rifle in the energy slot, the Jing something, I don't know. But there is a Omelon auto rifle coming out in Curse of Osiris. It's going to be from the Vanguard, and it comes with reactive reload. Now, this gun already performs fairly well, so if you already have this gun and reactive reload, this thing is going to perform like crazy good. Seventh weapon I want to go over is the Pleiades Corrector. This is a Future War Cult scout rifle. And within this weapon archetype is the Mida, but it's essentially the Omelon version with slightly better perks. Rampage is the perk that sets this weapon apart from others, such as the Manana and SR4 and the 675, which are also Omelon scout rifles in the energy slot. It takes a certain hand to use because the sight is a little different, has some kick, but it performs very well in a pinch and allows for max DPS. Like, this weapon is basically the Mida, except with a damage buff every time you get a kill. So, like, you already know Mida performs well. You might as well keep weapons that perform almost the same or better than the Mida multi-tool, you know? So, and plus this allows for weapon diversity as well. So definitely, if you have this gun, definitely keep it around. The eighth weapon I want to go over is the Royal Dispensation 2. This is the new Monarchy submachine gun. It's suros. This is probably one of my fave weapons to use from the faction rally within the 900 rate of fire archetype of SMGs. This weapon is unique because it comes with high cal rounds and has one of the longest ranges out of the other SMGs within the category. You also have the choice between steady rounds if you feel like it needs more stability, but I definitely recommend putting high cal rounds on this thing. So essentially, this thing has a lot of range for an SMG, also comes with a flinch factor, and personally, it feels really light and crispy. Like, I feel like I can move super fast with this weapon when it comes to gameplay. And I think I put one energy stability mod, and I feel like I was smacking crits like crazy with this gun, taking out people. Like, it just felt really good to use, so I highly recommend keeping it. The ninth gun I want to go over is the Phosphorus MG4. This is the Omelon submachine gun. This weapon was my favorite weapon inside the Destiny 2 beta, actually, and currently is probably one of my favorite SMGs to use in the Crucible. There are 3 SMGs that are similar in this category. There's the Out of Options, and then there's the Future War Cult Stochastic Variable. But the unique thing about these 3 submachine guns that separates them from the rest is that they come with phase mag, which can lower the rate of fire and increase the impact. I haven't seen any other SMGs or Omelon weapons that come with phase mag. This puts them in the Anio-D archetype technically, which is the best like archetype of submachine guns to have. So I definitely recommend keeping this. Like, whether if you're using steady rounds right now or you're using a different perk that's not phase mag on these SMGs, put phase mag on, dude. Put phase mag on. This thing will perform so much better in the Crucible. You'll get some more range out of it as well. It's going to increase the impact, and it's going to be a lot crispier. Last weapon I want to go over is the Contingency Plan. This is the Dead Orbit Vice Scout Rifle, one of the fastest firing scout archetypes in the game. Since it's a Vice Scout Rifle as well, it does come with full auto. There are only 2 within this category, the Black Scorpion and this Dead Orbit one, but both seem to have pretty solid perks and recoil direction when it comes to, I guess, like gameplay. Range doesn't really apply to scouts, so you can focus mostly on stability and handling with these archetypes of weapons. Plus, the weapon feels extremely crispy when it comes to hitting headshots. It's full auto, so you don't have to keep pressing down the trigger. The recoil direction is really not that bad. You could definitely use these in the Crucible right now. I haven't seen a lot of people use these, to be honest, but if you have the Contingency Plan or any weapon within that archetype, I definitely recommend keeping it around. They perform really well. Like, you might as well keep it, especially if they might receive a buff in the future. Alright guys, we're coming to the end of the video, so the best way to support me is liking videos, subscribing to the channel, sharing videos, and turning on the notification bell if you want to be notified when I drop some new content on the channel. Also, if you're looking for a community join, definitely on the link below to say join the clan. All you have to do is press on the link, or press to join the clan, and then me and the PS4 admin will let you into the clan. We're currently ranked 6, we plan to do the same in Curse of Osiris. We definitely are looking for people that are into the end game, like Raid, Trials of the Nine, especially since the new Raid layer is coming out. We definitely want some people that are, I guess, experienced in the Leviathan Raid and want to, like, pursue the new raid layer. So we're definitely looking for people in that end game category. If you're within a smaller clan and you guys did raid and trials a lot in the beginning and now you don't do it a lot, just come over to our clan, invite your friends over as well. Our clan roster is already more than halfway full, so definitely just come right over to the clan and we'll play with you, man. We're multi-platform, so Xbox, PS4, and PC. We're looking for some PC guys as well, so if you're on PC and you're not with a clan yet, definitely just come over. Also, comment what you guys want to see below. I'm making content for you guys, so if you want to see a weapon review, what I think of Curse of Osiris, anything you guys guys want, I'll be doing it and try to get it out on the channel as quickly as possible. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. We'll catch you next time.